Hey, football fanatics! Real Madrid has just shaken up the transfer market with signings that are set to change the course of the season. Meanwhile, Manchester City is facing heavy criticism following a historic comeback by Real Madrid in the Champions League. Does Guardiola's team have the strength to bounce back? And will this new super team from Madrid dominate Europe in the coming years? Stick with us until the end to understand all the details of this major twist in European football. Manchester City experienced a real nightmare in the Champions League after being defeated by Real Madrid in an astonishing manner. What happened at the Etihad Stadium reverberated throughout England, leaving the media and fans stunned by how Pep Guardiola's team let the win slip away. The match was a roller coaster of emotions. The citizens were ahead twice in the game, but they couldn't withstand the pressure from the Spaniards, who made a spectacular comeback, winning 3-2. In front of their own fans, City watched as Real Madrid took control of the crucial moments, displaying calmness and efficiency to secure the positive result. As expected, the English media did not hold back in their criticism of Manchester City. The Guardian published a harsh analysis of the game, pointing out that even Erling Haaland, who scored twice, couldn't prevent the disaster. According to the paper, the loss was another example of City's inconsistency in decisive moments, a pattern that has haunted the club in recent years. In another analysis, The Guardian compared the match to a boxing fight, stating that Real Madrid had City on the ropes and delivered the final blow mercilessly. Journalist Barney Ronay didn't hold back in describing the defeat as a knockout, emphasizing that Guardiola's team completely lost control of the game in the final minutes. Meanwhile, BBC Sport pointed out that the result exposed some worrying weaknesses in Manchester City. According to the analysis, the team showed insecurity, especially in defense, where they lacked speed and the ability to react. The piece even suggested that despite recently winning the Champions League, the squad might need a refresh to remain competitive at the highest level in Europe. In the stands, City fans also put on a show, but ultimately tasted their own medicine. During the match, some supporters mocked Vinicius Jr., singing an Oasis song telling him to stop crying for not winning the Ballon d'Or. However, by the end of the match, it was the citizens who were seen leaving the stadium in tears, stunned by the historic comeback engineered by Real Madrid. Commentator Phil McNulty labeled the result as a heavy blow for Manchester City, as the team will now need to put in a perfect performance at the Santiago Bernabeu if they want to stay alive in the competition. Overturning such a result against Real Madrid in the stadium that has become a true temple of the Champions League is a challenge few teams have overcome. So, City fans, what's next? Does Guardiola's team have enough strength to stage a comeback and continue fighting for a second European title, or has this defeat revealed weaknesses that require drastic changes in the squad? The debate is open, and we want to hear your thoughts. While Manchester City faces turbulent times following their Champions League loss, Real Madrid is continuing to strengthen their squad to stay at the top of European football. The Merengues have just finalized one of the most impactful signings in recent years, demonstrating their strength and ambition in the transfer market. President Florentino Perez, known for his skill in strategic negotiations, has once again pulled off a masterstroke. Real Madrid has secured a historic deal to bring one of the world's greatest talents, adding a major reinforcement for the upcoming seasons. The negotiations weren't easy. The club had to spend a colossal sum, estimated at around 200 million euros, in addition to offering a contract full of performance-based incentives and bonuses. With a deal running until 2034, the new star of Real Madrid will have a hefty release clause, making it difficult for other clubs to lure him away from the Santiago Bernabeu in the future. The modernization of the Bernabeu, which includes the innovative Sky Bernabeu and new VIP areas, now welcomes a new protagonist who promises to take the matchday experience to an even higher level. Each game will become not only a sporting event, but also a major media and economic spectacle, attracting fans and investors from all over the world. But the arrival of this new star doesn't only impact the club's marketing and structure. On the pitch, he's set to be a game-changer for the team managed by Carlo Ancelotti. His ability to decide games in crucial moments and his impressive attacking efficiency make him a key player for Real Madrid's ambitions in both domestic and international competitions. His new teammates have already shown excitement about the signing. Experienced players like Karim Benzema, Luka Modric, and Vinicius Jr. know that the addition of this reinforcement will significantly increase the team's chances of success. The combination of youth and experience in the squad promises to make Real Madrid an even more dangerous team for their rivals. In recent years, the Spanish club has been betting on young talent, and this new signing follows that same trend. Players like Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, and Federico Valverde have developed into key players for the team. Now, with this latest addition, Real Madrid strengthens its squad and looks towards an even more successful future. This arrival has also sparked comparisons with Barcelona, their biggest rival. While Real Madrid continues to make strategic investments and strengthen their squad, Barca faces financial difficulties that limit their ability to pursue major signings. Under the leadership of Joan Laporta, the Catalan club has had to take drastic measures, such as selling players and restructuring salaries, which contrasts with the stability and growth of Real Madrid under Florentino Perez. The news of the signing has sent shockwaves through the football world. Sports analysts, fans, and players are discussing the impact this new star could have on Real Madrid and La Liga itself. Some experts highlight his potential to change the course of matches, while others are curious to see how he will adapt to Real Madrid's playing style. Among Madrid fans, the excitement is palpable. On social media, the signing has dominated conversations, with fans eager to see the player in action and rivals surprised, and in some cases even worried, about what Real Madrid is building for the upcoming seasons. The arrival of this new star at Real Madrid not only strengthens the squad but also sends a clear message to world football. The Merengue club continues to be the benchmark when it comes to attracting the best players on the planet. While many teams are facing financial difficulties and market limitations, Real Madrid continues its long-term strategy, combining key signings with impeccable planning to keep the team competitive for many years. But the question that everyone is asking is, what will be the impact of this signing on the pitch? Will this new star be able to quickly adapt to Real Madrid's playing style? The answer may lie in how Carlo Ancelotti has shaped the team in recent seasons. The Italian coach is a master at maximizing talent and fitting new players into his tactical system, and there is no doubt that he already has a plan to make the most of the new reinforcements' qualities. With this acquisition, the Merengue attack gains even more firepower. If before, Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo already scared opposing defenses, now, with the presence of this new star, the attacking sector becomes virtually unstoppable. In addition, the arrival of this player could ease the pressure on Benzema, who, despite continuing to be a key player in the squad, is at a stage in his career where he needs more support around him. Real Madrid's midfield, which has always been one of the team's pillars, will also benefit from this new signing. The presence of a player with a nose for goals and decision-making ability allows the midfielders to have more passing and attacking options. With a squad that combines youth and experience, Real Madrid is building a team that could dominate European football in the coming years. Beyond the sporting impact, this transfer also creates a positive side effect in the club's marketing and finances. The Real Madrid brand becomes even stronger, attracting new sponsors, expanding its fan base, and ensuring revenues that will help keep the club at the top. Florentino Perez has already proven that he knows how to turn major signings into profitable ventures, and this one will certainly be no different. However, this is not the only move Real Madrid has made in the transfer market. Alongside the arrival of this new striker, the club has also secured the signing of Martin Zubimendi, the Real Sociedad defensive midfielder, seen as the ideal replacement for Toni Kroos. The departure of the German midfielder, who made history at the club, has made room for a new talent, and Zubimendi has everything to become an essential piece in the team. At just 25 years old, The Basque player has already demonstrated his ability to control the midfield with security, passing quality, and tactical intelligence. He is one of those players who doesn't show up much in terms of goals and assists, but whose presence is indispensable for the team's balance. Real Madrid invested €60 million to bring him in, a sum that could turn out to be a real bargain if he lives up to expectations. Zubimendi arrives to form part of a midfield already boasting talents such as Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Valverde, creating a new generation of players tasked with continuing the legacy left by Casemiro, Modric, and Kroos. This transition has been carefully managed by Real Madrid, ensuring that the team does not lose its identity and continues to compete at the highest level. Meanwhile, Barcelona observes from a distance the moves made by Real Madrid and tries to find ways to respond accordingly. The Catalan club is facing financial difficulties and has adopted a more cautious approach in the transfer market. Barca fans are hoping for some big-name signings, but so far, the board led by Joan Laporta has not managed to secure deals that truly excite the supporters. This difference in the approach of the two Spanish giants directly reflects what we can expect from the upcoming seasons. Real Madrid seems to be a step ahead in terms of planning, while Barcelona struggles to find solutions that will allow the club to remain competitive. With Real Madrid strengthening strategically and Barcelona trying to find solutions to their financial problems, the rivalry between the two clubs is set to intensify even further in the coming years. The Madridista supporters are excited about the arrival of new reinforcements, while the Blaugrana fans wonder if the Catalan team will be able to respond in kind. But the big question that remains is, will these signings make Real Madrid an unbeatable team? Will the Merengues finally manage to establish a dynasty in Europe, dominating the Champions League consecutively? The answer to these questions will depend on how these new talents fit into Carlo Ancelotti's team. The Italian coach has already proven his ability to bring out the best in his players and build extremely competitive teams. However, it's not enough to just have a squad full of stars. The right balance must be found so that all the pieces work in harmony. The arrival of a new heavy striker alongside Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo gives Real Madrid one of the most feared attacking lines in the world. But football isn't won solely with attack. The midfield, now rejuvenated with Martin Zubimendi, Tchouaméni, and Camavinga, will have to show it's ready to take on the responsibility left by the veterans. The defense, in turn, needs to maintain the consistency that has made Real Madrid one of the most solid teams in Europe in recent years. In addition to the challenges on the field, Real Madrid also has to deal with the pressure of always being the team to beat. Opponents will prepare even more for a team that, on paper, looks stronger than ever. Teams like Bayern Munich, Manchester City, and even Barcelona themselves will be watching for any weaknesses the Merengues might show. And speaking of weaknesses, one of the big concerns among Madridista fans is the physical condition of the squad. The European season is extremely demanding, and injuries could disrupt the club's plans. Having a strong and well-prepared squad will be crucial to withstand the heavy schedule of La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the Champions League. Another interesting aspect of Real Madrid's overhaul is how the club has structured itself for the future. Unlike some past administrations that focused on blockbuster signings without clear planning, Florentino Perez has followed a more balanced strategy. The focus on young talents, combined with the experience of some veterans, creates a team that can compete at the highest level for many years. The impact of this strategy is already visible in the club's market value and in how Real Madrid positions itself globally. Social media exploded with news of the new striker's arrival, and shirt sales surged worldwide. This shows that, in addition to being a powerhouse on the field, Real Madrid continues to be one of the most influential clubs in world football. But while Real Madrid strengthens, Barcelona continues to face uncertainty. Joan Laporta and his management team are trying to find ways to keep the club competitive, but financial problems limit Barca's options in the market. The Catalan team still has a talented core, with young players like Pedri, Gavi, and Lamine Yamal, but the lack of major signings could make it harder to compete against an increasingly powerful Real Madrid. This difference in the planning of the two clubs could be decisive for the next chapters of this historic rivalry. Real Madrid is betting on a solid project, while Barcelona tries to balance its finances and keep the team competitive at the same time. The season promises to be one of the most exciting in recent years. Real Madrid, reinforced and with ambitions to dominate Europe, will face challenges both on and off the field. Barcelona will try to bounce back and prove it can still compete on equal terms. Other European giants, such as Manchester City, PSG, and Bayern Munich, will also be in the race, ready to challenge the merengue dominance. And now I ask, will this new phase of Real Madrid bring more titles to the club? Will Barcelona be able to turn things around? And how will other European teams react to this new super merengue team? So, what do you think, guys? Will Manchester City recover from that painful defeat? Will Real Madrid, with its new signings, become even more dominant? Leave your comment below. We want to hear your opinion. If you liked the content, don't forget to hit the like button, because it really helps the channel grow. And of course, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you won't miss any updates about the world of football. See you in the next video.